Recently, NewJeans' parents voiced their concerns over the poor living conditions of the dorm rooms the members used during their trainee days, showing support for Adore CEO Min Hee-jin. Minji's mother shared her daughter's difficult trainee experience at Source Music. Starting her training at just 13, Minji lived alone in a dormitory plagued by mold and cockroaches. Her mother described the shock of discovering these conditions a year later, as parents were not allowed to enter the dormitory. Minji frequently had to commute home late at night, sometimes after 2 a.m., without any security measures. A recent social media post revealed that the dorm Minji once lived in was the same dorm BTS used during their trainee days. The Cheonggu building was transferred to Source Music and had once housed BTS. The netizen who shared the post pointed out Min Hee-jin, who believes in shamanism, or the parents probably let them stay in the dorm, thinking they would receive BTS's energy. This revelation led to a flurry of reactions from Korean netizens, especially from ARMYs. Some ARMYs requested that BTS not be dragged into the criticism of NewJeans. One comment read, "As an ARMY, I kindly ask that you stop using BTS to criticize NewJeans. ARMYs focus only on BTS and don't want our members to be dragged into issues involving other groups, so please ignore posts like this." Others expressed frustration at the recurring mention of BTS in unrelated issues. Comments included, "Stop mentioning BTS so much, haha. You know people will just turn around and accuse ARMY of bashing girl groups, calling us a toxic fandom, and everything. It's so predictable." And, "Is this all a hype tactic to drag BTS into the NewJeans situation and make NewJeans look bad, starting fights? Ha ha. That's wild. They're using everyone for their own gain, huh? Once all this chaos is over, who will even be left standing there?" Some netizens suggested that the intention behind bringing up BTS was to stir up controversy. "It's so obvious. They're trying to stir things up. Haha. If you fall for this manipulation, it really shows your intelligence level," one user commented. Others pointed out inaccuracies in the claims, stating, "That's not their dorm. It's actually Source Music's old building." The discussion extended beyond the comparison to BTS, focusing on the broader issue of trainee conditions and parental responsibility. One netizen commented, "Not saying the conditions were okay, but literally every trainee started from somewhere. I don't know if they thought by going to a company merged with Hive they would receive the royal treatment, but this is the reality of most trainees. If the parents had such a huge problem with it, then they should have done more for their daughters. It's kind of useless to bring this information out now when they no longer live there and have luxury dormitories now." Another added, "They aren't footballers who are paid millions to kick a ball about. Until they go viral, they are still average Korean citizens who shouldn't expect luxury the moment they sign the contract." The clue is in the word contract. Koreans, in general, seem very dim-witted. Why not hire a security guard or make the effort to chaperone her own daughter instead of expecting someone else to babysit her? There was also a strong defense of the parents' actions. One netizen argued, "So wanting your children to live in an apartment without cockroaches is asking for royal treatment. I don't know if you have cockroach roommates and think these nasty insects are part of normal living conditions, but I have to tell you they're not. Where I live, that's considered unsanitary. Contracts were signed, so the mothers had literally no say in where the girls could live and how they could live. Parents are banned from entering the dorms. That was mentioned before." Others questioned the decisions made by the parents at the time. If you know your child is living in an unhealthy and dangerous environment, you get them out of there. They should have asked to see the living conditions before signing the contract, one netizen pointed out. Another echoed this sentiment. They were minors, and therefore, a parent has every right to take their child out of those unlivable situations. But did they? No. This falls more on the parent. If they saw their child living in such a horrible place, most parents would make a big deal about it at the time, and not just when it's convenient for them years later. The discussion also touched on the broader implications of such revelation. Some netizens speculated about the possible motivations behind these claims coming to light now, with comments suggesting that the parents' actions were influenced by current legal battles involving Min Hee-jin. The controversy surrounding NewJeans' dorm conditions highlights the challenges faced by K-pop trainees and the complex interplay between companies, trainees, and their families. It also reflects the passionate and often divided opinions within the fan community, especially when comparisons to established groups like BTS are made. The ongoing debate continues to draw attention to the need for better living conditions and support for young trainees in the industry.